everyone, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com, and I've got our clamp-on Livesonar pull and beam mount kit in my hands right here, right now. We have never done a video on this. We've been remiss in doing that, so we're here now, 2022, to show you how awesome this is for portable situations where you might be renting a boat, or it's your own boat, but you, for some reason, just don't want to be drilling into the deck like you see here. We've got our riser block station. We've secured it down into the deck with the receiver block on top. But we're going to take this guy here. Now this is a 4-inch clamp. The jaw is open 4 inches wide, okay? And we've actually put our 15-degree offset pad here to help it as well, because we're going to put it right on the bow here, guys, where the boat cambers or kind of angles inwards here. So here we go. We've got our LVS32 transducer from Garmin right here on the bottom on our perspective mode adapter. It's in the it's in the perspective position. We can actually put it in the forward and down position. I'll show you that in a sec. But here we're going to take this and we're going to clamp it onto the gunwale edge of the boat here. Again, it's a 4-inch wide opening in the jaw and the gunnel clamp. So this isn't that wide. So any boat that you rent or whatever, or you have of your own that is less than 4 inches in width, actually a little bit more, even 4 1/4, you can get this clamp on there. And then what we do is we wind our lead screw in for the bottom clamp, and it's a dual jaw clamp. And I'll show you something that's so cool about it. It is awesome. We're the only ones that do this. Now that's on there, but it wants to tilt forward, you'll see, with the angle of the boat. Okay, guys? Well, how are we going to fix that? Well, hey, that's where the dual jaw, the magic of the dual jaw comes into play. And we're going to get this guy. And what is this going to do? It is going to correct that pitching of the mount forward. It's going to push backwards away, and it's going to level it off amazingly well. And then we have our stabilizer bar in here. It's not perfectly screwed on right now. There's a slot, but it's where you tighten that on there. And this is also going to make it so it can't pitch this way either, left or right. It can't pitch forward and back, and it can't pitch left and right with the stabilizer bar. I highly recommend, that's an accessory, that you get our stabilizer bar. So here you have it. It's like a permanent mount. It's crazy awesome. It is on there rock solid, guys. So you guys can have a massive amount of confidence that you're going to get a solution here that is going to put your Livesonar in a very steady state. And then we can lock in the tensioner knob that's right over here, tensioner screw, and now everything is rock solid on there. And then we can just take our mount, and of course the boat's listed now because I'm standing to this side of it. If you have a buddy or something, it's probably going to be flat, but it's a little angled right now. 360-degree rotation from fishfindermounts.com. So we've got our clamp-on Livesonar pull and beam mount kit from fishfindermounts.com, and what we're going to do is when we want to get up and go, we want to stow this really easily. So I'm going to take the tensioner knob off to take the slop out of the beam, from the beam and the bore in the receiver block, and I'm going to loosen that out because it engages with these holes, these same holes that this receiver block pin engages with. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to adjust it into stow position, and we can obviously suck this into the boat like so, and then tighten everything up to where we want it to be right here on the split clamp. And you guys want to balance this off. You got quite a bit of weight here, right? So when you're doing this, let's balance this off so that it's not listing, or it doesn't, like the gravity, when you're bouncing in the boat and hitting the waves, you don't have a whole pile of weight pulling you down on one side. Let's try to balance that off when we want to go and taxi to another place or another spot on the water. So there you have it, a stowed position there. You can do it both ways, guys. Take this guy and you can just lock it in over here if you want. You can lock it in all sorts of detents if you're dealing with various things like lips or features within the boat. And of course, you can take it off. You can take it off. You could put it in backwards if you want, right like so. Now, I might not be able to do this because I'm in the way of the console, but it does go in backwards as well, so you guys can see. But right now what we'll do is we'll just put it back in this way, stow it into the boat. And this is a 10-inch beam we have here. Usually you're right on the very side of the boat, so you don't need this long of a beam. We have a 5-inch beam option as well. It's a little cheaper. So I recommend if you're using this mount, you'll want to select typically the 5-inch beam for our clamping Livesonar pole and beam mount solution from fishfindermounts.com. And I hope you guys have fantastic fishing this year. Call us at 1-855-784-3474 and visit our website, fishfindermounts.com.